So did you know currently that 50% of the homes that are sitting on the market today have been on the market 60 plus days? In some markets, 75 plus days. Now, this is a huge red flag. Let me tell you why. Because we're not just talking about inventory, we're talking about inventory that's sitting there that looks like it's inventory, but it's actually clogging up the system where people keep going, nobody's gonna give you the price for that home. That home is not even listed. And so is it fake inventory, real inventory? It's really just inventory that nobody wants to buy because of the price. So I'm gonna break down why is the market stuck, what's going on in this inventory, and how you as a buyer are gonna be able to take advantage of this inventory very soon, especially if rates remain elevated the way they are. Hey, if you never met me, my name is Kenny Simpson. I focus on 1 to 4 unit financing. That means I'm a mortgage broker. I help you buy or refinance 1 to 4 unit properties. I've been doing this 20 years, funded billions of dollars loans. And the crazy thing, I've done this over 5,000 times because that means I've helped over 5,000 clients buy, refi, whatever it is. So I want to help you. I create content. I do this for free because I want to educate you, the consumer, help you out, and make sure you understand things like this of what is going on in the market out there and why we're calling this kind of BS inventory, false inventory, illusion inventory. Because honestly, if people are going to have these crazy prices and not move them down, why don't you just take it off the market and do us all a favor? So what is a stale listing? Basically, a stale listing is something that's sitting on the market that's just not moving and the seller is not willing to cut the price. And a lot of agents are desperate for business, so they'll just take the listing and say, hey, I'll list that. But they're going to hope Bob or Mary or Jane or whoever the seller is, they're eventually going to crack and say, I'll get them to drop the price or I'll bring them an offer they'll accept. And guess what? A lot of sellers aren't accepting. And you want to know why? Because most of those sellers might have a free and clear home, or they might have a really, really low rate, which means a really, really low payment. And there's really a lack of motivation for them to sell. And the reason why they want to get that price is probably because the next house they're going to buy, or if they're using money for something else, they need to make that price. And if they don't sell for that, it's just not worth it. Then why do they keep it on the market? Because they're hoping that you, a buyer, is going to come along and say, well, okay, I like this property so much, I'm going to overpay for it and I'm going to buy it. Which, guess what, folks? That ship for now has sailed, because when rates were 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, that made sense because that was the market we're in. But today, it's not making much sense to overpay for houses, especially the ones that have been sitting on the markets for 60, 70, 90 days or more. So why is so much inventory sitting on the market? No, why though? I just told you, because sellers. But reality is because affordability is crazy. Let me give you a couple crazy stats to think about. Number one, when interest rates are in the 7s, it's not helping people buy, because think about it. If your interest rate's a 7 and the one you have locked in now is a 2.5 or 3, that's double your payment. It's not really making much sense. But here's the thing is, really, if you sit down with your financial advisor or planner, they want you to be like 30%. So 30% of your income that you make, they want you to spend on housing. So, right? But guess what? The national average in 2024 was almost 42% of your take-home pay is being spent on mortgages. But here's the crazy thing. In a place like San Diego, where I live, you might want to sit down for this number because it's a little bit crazy. People are spending about up to 77%, some people, of their income. It's crazy. That's why here in San Diego, we have a thing called house hacking. If you don't know what that is, that either means you buy units and rent other units out, or you get roommates, because 77% does not leave much money to do anything else for gas, food, anything else you need. So it kind of feels a little, right? So with all this inventory on the market, you go, oh my God, we have so much inventory, it's great. But if 54%, the number is 54%, has been stale sitting there because it's overpriced and people just don't want to buy it because of interest rates, affordability, that means they should just take it off the inventory. That means it just doesn't exist. That's why we're saying it's an illusion. It's like it's there, but it's really not there because those people are not serious. But the people that are serious, what's happening to their inventory? If you're pricing your house and listening to your agent, pricing it right, and it looks good, it literally could go that fast. I know there's markets like Austin and Florida where it's crazy, but look, the agent's going to look and go, hey, I know if you list it for $1 million, we're going to sit there. But if you list it for $925, it's going to go off the shelves like that, or maybe bid up a little bit. So having a place that's done, ready, and a great price, that is going to move it. But if you're a buyer and you're watching this video, right? How do you take advantage of these listings that are sitting there? Oh, by the way, I have a secret. Oh, let me share it with you. So here's the thing. If a property's been sitting in the market for 60, 90, 120 days and it's sitting there, there's one or two things going on. Number one, the seller's like, keep it on there. I've got a low rate I can afford, like I mentioned before. I don't care. Just leave it there. And they're not that interested. But the second person that might be sitting there, they're maybe unrealistic, but eventually there's a reason why they listed it. So the secret tip that you want to get is, why are you listing this property? Is it because you want some crazy price? Is it because you got to move? Is it because you got a job relocation? Maybe you got a divorce, a death, a trust, a partner split up, whatever it is. Once you understand the reason for why they're listing the property, then you can start identifying the ones that, hey, these people eventually have to sell. Even though they have this unrealistic number, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to give them a number. I'm going to stay in touch, because you know what? I might get them at the right date, the right time, where they just are sick of this process and they want to sell. And that, my friends, is how you can pick up a deal and then you can close quickly. But remember, when you're asking for a deal and you're asking them to give a better price and you're saying I can close quick, you better make sure that you are ready. And what does ready mean? That means if you're paying cash, then you're good to go. You have the cash ready. But if you need a loan, that means you're pre-approved. That means you can close quickly. You got the funds. You got your insurance lined up. You got your lender lined up. You're ready to go. Because if you're going to submit a low offer and they're going to accept it, you know what they want usually? What? They want you to close quick. They want no BS. And they want you to do what you say. So if you say you're going to move contingencies in 5 or 10 days, you better do it. If you say you're going to close in 15 days, well, you better do it. And the only way you can do this stuff is by working with a lender and being pre-approved and making sure you're ready. So as I always say in this business, teamwork makes the dream work. So work with the right lender, the right agent. They can refer you to the right insurance, get the right appraiser, the whole thing. And when it all lines up, you can find yourself in the right position to get a great deal. But remember, in order to get a great deal, you got to close, and you cannot jerk that seller around. So if I can help you out at all, hit me up and let me know. Because guess what? Just because you see pricing houses, just because you see overpriced house out there, there's a house out there, and trust me, it happens every day, that somebody's been waiting, knocking on the door, and they're just waiting for the right moment where that person needs to sell and they cannot let any more time go, and they're going to accept your offer. So anyways, hey, thanks for watching. Share this with somebody. Like, subscribe, comment below. But remember, be prepared, be ready. And I just had a client where a deal fell out and they didn't take their offer. Another buyer came in. It did not perform. My buyer's right back in there, and they're getting the price they wanted. So patience, being prepared, and doing what you say will get you a long way in buying a home and in this real estate business. Thanks so much.